إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. صدق الله العظيم. My dear special brothers and sisters, we're blessed to make it to yet another Friday, inshallah. And yet we have reached the end of Ramadan, subhanAllah, blink of an eye. We only have today and tomorrow for fasting the last day of Tawheed. And subhanAllah, we think about it and we think about all the things we've done in Ramadan, all the things we didn't do, all the things that we wish we could have done. And Ramadan, when we think about it, it's a time of making new habits, getting closer to Allah. That I make this habit. I'm going to start doing 2 prayers of tahajjud before Fajr every single day. And when Ramadan is over, I'm going to start doing it after Ramadan. It's a time where you break old habits, you break old desires. It's a time when Allah truly tests you, because one of the strongest drives of the human being is hunger, that need for food. The focus of my khutbah is on this one ayah, inshallah, in Surah Al-Hujurat.
إنما المؤمنون إخوة فأصلحوا بين أخويكم واتقوا الله لعلكم ترحمون.
صدق الله العظيم. Translation of this ayah roughly is إنما المؤمنون إخوة, that truly the believers are a brotherhood, they're a family, they're kin. All of us here, we're a family. فَأَصْلِحُوا بَيْنَ أَخَوَيْكُمْ. Now I was talking to my father about how do you translate aslih? How do you translate salaha? The verb of that. Salaha means something righteous, something good. But when we thought about it, you'd say, we forge those bonds of kinship, those bonds of brotherhood amongst yourselves. Not with your blood relatives, not with your father, your mother, with people who you don't know. People who are left and right of you, but you don't know their names. Ask them their names. Give them salams. Reform that bond of kinship, that bond of brotherhood, so that you will receive mercy. Now some of us in this Ramadan are happy, some of us are sad. Some of us are really sad, some of us may even shed a tear because the Ramadan is over. You know, the time of ibadah, that we feel close to Allah, is coming to an end. And yet we have to wait for another year, inshallah. And some of us are happy. And you're asking, how could you be happy when Ramadan is over? How could I smile when one of the blessed months of the year is coming to an end? I'll tell you why you should be happy. You should be happy because guess what? You did it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala proved to you, through you, that you were able to control yourself. You were able to discipline yourself, to limit yourself. You were able to tell yourself in all your nafs and your desires and everything. You were able to quash it and stall it. So then when the time comes after Ramadan, when you're tested, when something comes your way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, you've done this before, for 30 days straight, you can do it again. So yeah, it is a time to celebrate. It is a time to be happy. Everyone should be here with a smile on. Everyone should be smiling. Our deen is a deen of joy, of just being happy. So the main thing I want to talk about is one aspect of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he can go on for forever, to the end of time, to talk about his characteristics and how he was and how he acted with the Sahaba. The main thing I want to talk about is one of his nicknames, Ad-Dahhak, one who was always smiling. There was a narration of one of the Sahaba, that he said, when I turned Muslim, I have never seen a prophet except that he had a smile on his face. And that is something that I'm trying to convey to you through this khutbah, inshallah. And there's 2 things I'm going to tell you. One, how there was a Sahaba who used to play pranks on other Sahaba, who used to play pranks on Rasulullah himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we're going to see his reaction. And we're going to see the little jokes and the little practical things that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to play on his own Sahaba. And why? To see that smile on their face, to see that laughter happen, to see that, because what brings people together is laughter and happiness. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't rule with an iron fist. He ruled by being one of the simple believers, being among them. So there's a man by the name of Nu'ayman ibn Amr. He's an Ansari man from tribe of Najjar, and he was known for being one of the funniest Sahaba in Medina. He was a prankster, he was a jokester. And I want to tell you a few stories, inshallah, if time permits, and we're going to go on from there, inshallah. So one of the stories was one of the pranks, or one of the jokes that he played on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his reaction. So Nu'man ibn Amr, who the Sahaba is known for his nature of joking around, there was a caravan coming through Medina, and his caravan was carrying a very exotic fruit, something that's not seen in that area. And Nu'man goes up to the caravan and he said, "Listen, give me the fruit and I'll pay you back later." So the caravan, so the merchants, they gave it to him, and Nu'man took the fruit and he gave it to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Rasulullah, this is a gift for you. I want you to try it. I want you to have it." So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he ate it, and the merchants come back to Nu'man and said, "Where's our money? Where's our money? You took one of the most exotic fruits. Where's our money?" He said, "Listen, I didn't eat it. I gave it to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He ate it. Go, you got to mess with him, not me." So now these merchants, they go to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they say, "Rasulullah, we want the money for that fruit." He said, "Wallahi, that fruit was given to me as a gift from Nu'man. Where is he? You tell him to come in." So they bring in Nu'man, and he said, "Nu'man, you gave me this fruit as a gift. So what's all this paying this and paying that?" He said, "Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't have any money. But once I heard that there was some exotic fruit coming, I wanted you to be the first one to try it." See that hope that they have in Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I wanted you to be the first one to try it. So he took the fruit, gave it to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a gift. So he said, "Rasulullah, I don't have any money. You ate it. You paid the man." That's the relationship he had with his people. A man who commanded armies. A man who was more powerful than the Romans and Persians of old, the kings of old. Commanded armies, was amongst his people. And one of his people, simple man. He said, "Oh, Rasulullah, you paid the man. You're the one who ate it." And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he started laughing. He paid the man. And that was just one of the few stories that are going on. Another story. This is another level. And this is a righteous man, by the way. Let me tell you, this man's credentials are very. He fought in the Battle of Uhud, Battle of Khandaq, Battle of Badr, all major. Witnessed the second Hajj of Aqaba. This was a righteous man, and yet he knew how to have fun. Some people they are on a path to get more religious, and yet when they get more religious, their humanity begins to wear off. That's not how it works. It's the complete opposite. That when you become more religious, your edit with people begins to increase. People like to be near you. That's a big part of being religious. Another story from Nu'man. He was with Abu Bakr this time, with a couple of friends of the Sahaba. And Abu Bakr was going on a journey. And Abu Bakr, he brought a few companions with him. Among them was Suwaybat and Nu'man. And Abu Bakr put Suwaybat in charge of the food. So Nu'man came up to him, he said, "Suwaybat, I'm hungry, give me some food. What do you have?" He's like, "Listen, I'm not giving you anything until Abu Bakr is back." Because Abu Bakr was somewhere doing something, he's going to come back and continue the journey. So I'm not giving you anything till Abu Bakr comes back. Till the leader of the company comes back. So what does Nu'man do? He wants to take revenge now. He wants to get back at him. So he's like, "All right, fine, fair enough." So there was a Bedouin tribe that passed them, and he caught up with the Bedouin tribe. And you know what he said to them? He said, "Listen, I have a slave. Very intelligent, very smart. He's Arab, but he insists that whenever you try and capture him, he's going to say he's a free man. He'll insist." And he said, "Are you interested?" The Bedouins replied, "Yeah, sure. Name your price?" So they gave him 10 dirham, and Nu'man said, "Come with me, I'll take you to the slave that I have." So Nu'man takes the Bedouin, looks at Suwayb and said, "All right, there's your man. Go get him." So now all these Bedouins are coming, jumping on Suwayb and they're capturing him, tying him up, and he's in the back, and he's saying, "Wait, and I'm free. And he's like, yeah, we heard that one before. Your master said you would say that." So they tie him up, they take him, and the Bedouins take him away as their slave. And Nu'man's in the back the whole time with his money, watching this whole ordeal go down. And Abu Bakr comes back and he's like, "Where's Suwayb? What happened to him?" And the companions and Nu'man told him what happened. And Nu'man, obviously, he was going to tell him what happened. He just wanted to teach him a lesson. He's not going to leave him in slavery forever. He said, "This is what happened." He told him everything. And they caught up with the Bedouin tribe. They paid him back in full. And they explained everything that happened. And they returned back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina. They're telling them the story. This was authentic narration by Salama. And she says, when they told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about what happened, about this ordeal, فضحك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه حوله The Rasulullah ﷺ and his companions laughed about this for a whole year. They laughed about it for a whole year. Who were these people? These were the best of people. Those were Sahaba and this Rasulullah ﷺ. The best of people, the people we strive to be, are the ones who are laughing and making jokes and having fun. These are the people that we look up to. So when you're amongst each other, I'm not telling you to play jokes on each other or do this or do that. Some of us might think, wow, this is insane. People love each other. So the things that we've done to each other. So I want us to really think about this and we forge these bonds of kinship. Laugh with each other, joke with each other, smile together, play jokes every now and then when the time permits. But these are people we're looking up to. So one more story. This is now when you think that Nu'ayman could bring it to a whole other level. Here's one of the final ones. And this is after Rasulullah's time in the Caliphate of Uthman anhu. There was a blind man, he had to go to the bathroom. And obviously when there was a blind man, you help him out, you take him where they need to be. So Nu'ayman's like, no, I got this, I'll take him to the bathroom. He puts it in a public place and the man starts going to the bathroom in public. You know, he hears a bunch of laughter and he's like, hey, who did this to me? Who's embarrassing me like this? And the Sahaba like, it's got to be Nu'ayman. He's like, all right, see, the blind old man's like, if I find him, I'm going to hit him in the head so hard, teach him a lesson. The Sahaba, a man who fought in the battle of Badr, a man who fought in Uhud, Hagag, witnessed the second punch of Aqaba, playing jokes. We're a happy people, we're a joyful people, it's a happy team. Don't be afraid to smile. So now the old man, he's like, if I see him, I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm going to whack him so hard, I'm going to teach him a lesson. Some time went by. Nu'ayman comes back to the old man. You know what he does? He says, changes his voice. I heard you were looking for Nu'ayman. He said, yeah, I'm looking for him. Do you know where he's at? He's like, yeah, I'll take you to him, come. So he takes the blind old man, takes him to who? Uthman anhu, a Khalifa. While he's praying, he takes him. He's like, all right, here's your man. He lets him feel him a little bit, see where he is. The blind old man tackles him and hits him with a stick while Uthman anhu is praying. So Uthman anhu, he finishes his prayer. He turns around and says, hey, what's going on? Who's tackling me? What's happening? The blind old man is like, wait, who are you? I'm looking for Nu'ayman. He's like, who are you? Uthman anhu, he replies, I'm Amir al-Mu'mineen. I'm the leader of the Muslim Ummah. And Uthman anhu, what did he do? He started laughing. He looked at this whole situation, he started laughing. He found it funny. And the tribe of Uthman was furious. They're like, we're going to take out this Nu'ayman, we're going to teach him a lesson. Now Uthman anhu is like, no. Rasulullah ﷺ laughed with him. He appreciated his jokes. He appreciated that he brought smiles and laughter to the face of the Sahaba. And I'm going to appreciate it too. I'm going to put up with him. Because that was his personality, that's his nature. Leave him be. And this was a righteous man. A man who fought in multiple battles. A man who witnessed the second punch of Aqaba. And it was said that at the time of Ali when the fitan began to arise, he could never laugh or smile again. So he was in touch with the reality. He knew what was going on around him. But he was a devout Muslim, and he had a good time doing it. So we should be happy people. We should have joy on our face. Eid is coming up soon. Say salam to the person next to you after prayer. Just know each other's names. Have a familiar face. Inshallah, in the second khutbah, I'm going to talk about how Rasulullah ﷺ played some jokes of his own. How he made some laughter. How he made some of his Sahaba laugh. How he made his own wife laugh. I want to talk about this, inshallah, in some khutbah. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. So we all know the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's character. We all know what type of man he was. A man of mercy, a man of rahmah. We all know that he was a perfect human being. But I don't know if many of us know, I didn't know myself until I researched it, that he was blessed with a great sense of humor. Rasulullah, a man who the messenger was sent down to him, had a sense of humor. He was very funny at times. So I'm going to tell you a story about him and his wife, Aisha radiallahu anha. Rasulullah ﷺ, he was on his deathbed, he only had a few days to live. We know that because we know the seerah of Rasulullah ﷺ, but the Sahaba and everyone hoping that it was just a fever waiting to pass. He was on his deathbed, and he was very ill. And coincidentally, on that same day, Aisha radiallahu anha,
she was also very ill. Not very, she was also a little bit ill. Not as much as Rasulullah, but she wasn't feeling too well. And she was with Rasulullah and the Sahaba and taking care of him. And she said, oh my head, oh my head. And Rasulullah looks at her and he's like, no, oh rather my head. I'm the one who's coming close to death. But she doesn't know that. So he's making her feel a little better, lightening the mood. Because he knows his time is coming. He's going to pass away soon. He knows it's coming. But they don't know. He's trying to lighten the mood, soften the blow when it comes. So he told her, yeah, Aisha, you're saying oh my head. And he told you, what would you lose right now if you passed away? What would you lose? I'd pray your janazah. I'd bury you. I'd perform your ghusl for you. What would you lose? He's broaching up the topic of death. Knowing it's coming, trying to lighten the mood. What would you lose? And you know how she responds? She said, and we all know that Rasulullah spends the most time with Aisha, with his wives, and then with anyone else. So you know how she replies? To the other, she said, she responded to Rasulullah saying, what would I lose? I'm sure you would like that to happen, for me to pass away. For if I passed away, you'd have more time to spend with your other wives that I'm holding you from. And Rasulullah, and they started laughing. It's a conversation that they had with each other. On his deathbed, he's worrying about his wife, making sure that she's okay, making sure that she's happy and in a good mood, and they're conversing together over something on a light topic, something that's to laugh about, to smile about. This was he spent one of his last few moments doing what? Talking to Aisha, making sure that she's okay, making sure that she's gonna hold in there. That's how he spent one of his last few moments. Inshallah, I left this story for last, and it's probably the simplest story out of all of them that I'm going to tell you. But it's one we can all relate to because the Sahaba in this story, he was not known for his actions or deeds. We don't know much about him. He goes by the name of Zayd, we don't know much about him. He's not known for his actions in war, or his ilm, or this or that. He was just a simple believer, making a living in the souk, right? And Rasulullah had lots of affinity for him. He loved this man a lot. We don't know why. He just seems to be a nice guy, But he was one day in the souk, right? He was in the market, and Rasulullah said he was selling his merchandise. He was saying, all right, who would like to buy this from me? Who would like to buy that from me? Who would like to buy this from me? And Rasulullah saw him there, and what did he do? He started sneaking up behind him very quietly. He's literally playing a practical joke on him. He started sneaking up behind him very quietly. He was doesn't get his attention. So he's selling who wants this from me? Who wants to buy this from me? And Rasulullah's coming from the back, and all of a sudden puts him in a headlock. And all of a sudden, Zayd, who is this? Get off me! What's going on? Who's holding me? I'm just trying to sell my stuff here. What's happening? Who is this? What's happening? And once he realizes Rasulullah, he immediately comes limp and he embraces him instantly. Instantly, he embraces him. Rasulullah playing a few jokes here and there on the simplest of companions. A man who's trying to make a living in the market. A man who's selling a few items here and there. The undisputed ruler of Arabia is among the simplest of servants, among the simplest of believers. The undisputed ruler of Arabia, Rasulullah, Messenger of Allah, having nice little small moments with his Sahaba. So now he realizes it's Rasulullah and he embraces him. And Rasulullah turns to the market and starts crying out loud, who wants to buy this slave from me? Who wants to buy this abd from me? Who wants to buy this abd from me? And Rasulullah, we know he always told the truth. He always told the truth. And he was an abd, he was a slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because there was slavery or people who were servants back then. Who wants to buy this abd from me? And Zayd turned around and he said, Rasulullah, I'm not going to be that useful. I'm not going to be that much money. I'm not going to be. It's not a good bargain for you. I'm not that expensive. And Rasulullah, you know what he says to him? He looks at him and says, إِنَّكَ لَثَمِينٌ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. He said that, no, don't worry. Surely, verily, you are very expensive in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at this conversation. Look at this competition that happened. Rasulullah sees one of his Sahaba in the marketplace. Takes a hold of him, plays a little joke on him. And then what does he do? How does he end it? He says, إِنَّكَ لَثَمِينٌ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. You are very expensive in the eyes of Allah. If Rasulullah can hang out with his companions like that, now I'm using the words hang out, because Rasulullah was a human being. He was a human being. He had a sense of humor. Because a sense of humor shows your humanity. It shows how down to earth you are. Smiling, it makes people gravitate towards you. When we're walking around, you say, Assalamu alaikum. And what do you get? Alright, son. Alright, son. Is that what we get? Is that how we respond? No. Wa alaikum assalam. And we have one of the best examples in this masjid. Amen? Wallahi, I cannot remember a single time. I've been here all my life, 20 years. I'm 20 years old, I've been here all my life. Not a single time in this masjid have I ever gone to Shaykh Shibli and give my salams to him. And he did not say, Shaykh Abdurrahman, Assalamu alaikum, marhaba. He hugs me, smiles, laughs. Not a single time has that not happened. Right before the khutbah, I want to say salams to him. He gave me a firm handshake. He gave me a hug. He welcomed me. And that's the type of people that we need to be. That's what we need to do. We need to welcome each other. Because when you're happy, when you're a happy person, when you have a smile on your face, people gravitate towards you. And you get that hasanah, you get that barakah. You get that barakah for being a happy person. It's human nature to be happy. It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Sometimes it's hard. Things happen in your life where it's hard to smile. But just put it on. Because even if you put on a fake smile, your body realizes, my body's smiling. Now your mind is like, let me be happy. And my body's telling me to be happy, so now I'm going to be happy. So have that relationship with each other. Laugh with each other. You know? You don't have to play pranks on each other, you don't have to put each other in a headlock, none of that. But just have a good relationship with each other. So inshallah, we're coming to the time of Eid, inshallah, and it's time of happiness, time of joy, time of celebration. So get into that mood, get into that spirit. Because Muslims, God, this deen, it's a happy deen. It's a joyous deen. We saw the last story with Zayd radiallahu anhu, how he was. That's who Rasulullah how he was with him. This is who our messenger is. We have the most right to him than any people on earth. So let's make myself included. Let's try and emulate him. A man who has absolutely no malice in his heart, absolutely no animosity towards anyone. A man that his goal is always to elevate the other person, no matter what. That no matter what, I'm going to make you feel like a human being. I will never belittle you. I will never make you feel small. I will make you feel greater than I am, and I'm the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's his attitude was. You might be the richest, you might be the poorest. You might be this or that. Doesn't matter, but nothing comes close to the status of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And yet, when he was with the simple Sahaba, a simple believer, he makes him feel like he's one of the he's better than him. That's what we need to be. That's our role model that we need to follow, inshallah ta'ala. So let's make dua, inshallah ta'ala, that Allah makes us from among people who have smiles on our faces all the time. Let's make inshallah, make dua that Allah puts bonds of kinship and brotherhood amongst all of us, inshallah. Amongst all different personalities in this masjid, and all the different types of people in this masjid, happy, sad, angry, stern, whatever it may be. Everyone comes together and we all make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings us together through happiness and through joy, inshallah. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا.
الله أكبر.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله سمع الله لمن حمده